Okay, so as we have just seen the physical features of the vast northern plain from Indus Atlas to through Ganges and the Brahmaputra plain, we will just move on to how people live there in this plain. Okay, now we are given an example of a village called Mirpur, okay, in UP. Okay, right now here the plains of Ganges and Yamuna lie in western UP, Uttar Pradesh. There's an ancient village called Mirpur. We just have an example, okay. So in that village, how people are able to make use of the natural resources that they get from this plain, Ganges plain, Gangatic plain. Okay, now what happens? Now here, see, in this paragraph we find the geographical conditions of the plain. Okay, so it is actually suitable for farming. I mean, they've got enough and more rainfall, and then the groundwater is also there. Okay, even at the 28 to 30 feet, which is very good actually, for cultivation. And then almost 75 percentage of the population of this village, Mirpur, they are all agricultural families. Okay, they depend on the agriculture. Okay, right now what happens there? So these people usually they cultivate rice, millet, like jowar, bajra, these terms hope urad dal and so on. Okay, so they have very good crop. Okay, so usually they have 3 times a year. So 3 times a year they do the harvest, they cultivate. Okay, and other than this cultivation agriculture, they also have got this um, no dairy, no farming. Other than this, they also have got no domestic stuff, and therefore they have dairying. Okay, so the consumption of milk, ghee, so all these things are taking place. Okay, so first one, what we see, agriculture, and then dairy. Okay, since they have got cattle and so on. Okay, now we'll talk about uh, the the population. No, wherever we have no, river, and wherever we have proper no place for cultivation, that place is always densely populated. Okay, the population becomes very high. Example we see in this village, the Mirpur village, no we see the population keeps growing. Okay, in the year 1861, according to these statistics, we have 451, but as the year passes, it is actually 2279. Okay, that's the population. And then as the population increases, the land that they use for the agriculture also increases. Let us say example, 27 2276 hectares of land. Okay, so as the population grows, people start slowly increase the agricultural land. Okay, then they also increase the land being irrigated. Okay, irrigated means they dig a borewell, and then they take the groundwater for cultivation. Okay, so this happens for these many years. Okay, now here one system that we have is the caste system. So people are divided. There are people divided, and then we have three types of people who have no farm. Okay, so people who have no farm, and then people who have less farm. Okay, so they are all landless people. The first part is landless people, no farm. Second one, people who have got less farms are middle farmers. Middle farmers, people who have got more farms, the landlords. We call them landlords. They are the big farmers. Okay, so these landless people, they work here. Okay, they are very poor people. They work with the landlords. These middle farmers, I mean, their business is a sort of okay, okay with them. They are able to manage their life and so on. But these people are very poor, and they are paid very less by these people who own so much of land. Okay, so here you can go through this paragraph, and then you can find out. So this land distribution, as I just told you, small farmers. Okay, and then the middle farmers, and then the big farmers. Okay, small farmers are those who don't have any land. Middle farmers are who got some 1 or 2 hectares of land, and big farmers are those who have got so much of land. Okay, so that's how we find a kind of discrimination here in this village. Okay, now we move on to the organization of the production, how people make use of what they have produced from their land. Okay, now see, Here we have got land, water, and labor. Okay, they are essential force. Labor are always those people who are the peripheral, no landless people. Okay, so the laborers who work in the fields belong to either landless families or the families owning a very little land. Okay, so big farmers, they use these landless people or people who them or the people who own less land. Okay, now see, their wage is very very little. No, at times they are given food. Okay, and then the cost of which is adjusted against their wages, so they are paid less. Okay, but what happens, they grow more. These big farmers, they grow more. Okay, so they also take lands from loans from the bank. Okay, the tax is very high sometimes, but these big farmers, they have got their own tractors. They own tractors. Okay, and then they own different kind of machineries to harvest their land. Okay, and therefore sometimes even the small farmers, they don't have many opportunities to work and then to earn. Okay, so we have the poverty at a high rate here. Okay, so all big farmers in the village own tractors. They use them to plow, to sow on their farms, and also hire them out to small farmers. Okay, the middle farmers. So most of them own their own threshers, harvest. Okay, so such farmers also have several tube wells. So only the big farmers, they have got no money to dig a bore well. Okay, now other than this agricultural thing, we also have got other occupations. We see here the dairying and other occupation. Dairying means milking and milk products. Okay, whatever we have from milk, we are called as dairy product, like ghee. Okay, no other items. The other occupations like running shops and so on. So these people, other than agriculture, they also involve themselves. As if you have agriculture, naturally you have got cattle. Okay, you got no buffaloes, cattle. Okay, now no, they have got enough and more bajra, no jowar. Okay, fodder for these cattle. Okay, now they get milk, they sell milk, they make money out of this milk and then milk product. Again, there are 50 people, no percentage people, they engage themselves in building construction. Some people are since many of the big farmers, they use tractors and other machineries. Some do not have any opportunity to work in the garden, to work in the agricultural land. Therefore, they go for construction. Okay, construction field. Okay, and then some also makes use of the mill to produce jaggery factories, to produce jaggery from the sugar cane and so on. Okay, some sell them, okay, in their shops. Okay, so we have got small shopkeepers, okay, who sell the sugar cane or jaggery. Okay, they sell rice, wheat, sugar, tea leaves, oil, biscuits, soaps, whatever they get from these people, they sell them. Okay, so another occupation that we have in that village, Mirpur village. um, so okay, some shop owners, they also buy goods, and then from the wholesale, and then they also sell in the village. So that's how they also make money out of it. So you see how um, these no this Gangatic plain no gives them with many opportunities, to make use of the natural resources, to sell them, to make money out of it, and then uh, to process the food and so on. Okay, now we also have to talk about the modes of transportation, how they transport their yield, their harvest. Okay, now here the various modes of transport. Okay, they use road. Okay, now connecting Mirpur to Jahangirabad. Okay, they go by rickshaws, dongas, jeeps, tractors, trucks, bullocks. So they make use of all these things to transport their goods, to sell their produce from their land, agricultural land, or to bring no other imports from other villages and then to sell in their land. So that's how we have the economic activities going on, in these um, these plains, in these agricultural landforms. Okay, so with that we complete this section of the vast northern plain, the physical features of the plain, okay, and then how people who are living there try to manage their life, okay, from these natural resources, from these natural features. Okay, so with this we complete this section. Then we will move on to the next section, that is the Peninsula Plateau. We'll just move down from Himalayas to the plains, okay, and then from there we move on to the central part of India, and then quasi southern part of India. When we talk about the Peninsula Plateau, we will see this Peninsula Plateau in the next video presentation. Thank you.